Welcome to the 145th Annual Meeting of the American Canoe Association. My name is Suzanne Britt, and I am the current ACA Board President. That happened in February of this past year. Our organization began as a small community of paddlers, people that like to get together and paddle. In many ways, our organization, with all its complexity, is still very much that same community of humans that just want to get together and be on the water paddling. 145 years is not a small accomplishment. When you break it down, we are older than half the age of the United States, older than the modern Olympic Games. We are older than both the International Olympic Committee and the U.S. Olympic Paralympic Committee. Being a 145-year-old organization means that we have adapted and changed over time to meet our members' needs. We are today an organization that represents all of paddlesport. A one-stop shop, some would say. We are basically a national governing body for Olympic and Paralympic paddle sport. We are also an organization that represents multiple competitive disciplines that compete internationally. We represent recreational paddlers, recreational and competitive clubs, advocacy, stewardship, and maintain a state director program. We also are very supportive and focused on safety, education, and instruction. As an organization, we support and believe in the importance of paddlers being safe on the water. We advocate for life jacket use. It saves lives. Our organizational structure is centered very much on how the members are represented in those areas I mentioned. The structure came out of our need to once again adapt and change as an organization, and it's based very much around the strategic plan that was created in 2023 and currently runs through 2028. Most of you are aware we have 3 national activity councils, the Competition Council, Regional Activity Council, and the Safety, Education, and Instruction Council. These councils, along with at-large members and athlete reps, are our board of directors. That structure exists to help drive our strategic plan direction, and this is how the ACA recognizes the changing needs of our members. The current strategic plan is very ambitious and it sets a high bar. We are slowly working our way through the tactics. The focus for the last year has been on creating a strong foundation across the organization. The focus will start to shift next year towards mission success across the organization. Beth and the staff are going to highlight the accomplishments this year and some of what our goals are for the 2026 year. I am very honored to be the president of the ACA, and I am wishing us all the best success in 2026. And this is all you now, Beth. Thank you.
And staff.
And
thank you. Yes. We appreciate that. Yeah, thanks so much. Casey is actually going to be our slide turner. So I think, Casey, we're ready to go on to the next slide, please. As Suzanne mentioned, we're going to highlight, 8 or 10 of what we consider our most significant accomplishments in 2025. And then we are going to talk a lot about our 2026 priorities. So first of all, thank you all for attending. And thank you, all you volunteers, for everything you do to support the ACA. So one of our accomplishments this year was actually being able to grow our staff. We were super excited to be able to hire a chief operating officer, Krista Lensmeyer. Krista, you can wave, who's actually on the call. And then we hired one of our ITEs, Ben Morton, to assist Kelsey with the safety, education, and instruction activities. And we're super excited to have Ben on board. And on the competition side, we were able to hire Michelle Aire as our Sprint High Performance Director. Michelle has been in the sport for a long time. She is an Olympian and has been a coach and, again, involved in lots of different aspects of competition. So we were thrilled to bring her on board as well. Next. As Suzanne mentioned, we have the 3 activity councils, the SCIC being sort of the longest standing and most established activity council. But we have also seen a lot of great growth and sort of evolution with our Regional Activity Council, which is our newest council and was just really established at the end of 2022, beginning of 2023. And this council is made up of our state directors, and as well as a regional chair and executive committee sort of structure. The primary focus of the Regional Activity Council is to engender and encourage more involvement at the grassroots level. They also, under Andrea's leadership, a few years ago, established a very successful Kayaking 101 program that is held during National Safe Boating Week. And the Regional Activity Council is also involved in identifying local public policy and stewardship issues and working with our staff to raise awareness of these issues, and then sometimes even to get involved in the state, sort of the state legislature and other governmental bodies. The Competition Council has been around really since 2018 or 19, but it went dormant during COVID. But thankfully, Risa Shimoda, one of our board members, has really revived the Competition Council. And this council consists of 16 committees representing both Olympic and non-Olympic disciplines, including our newest committee, which is for the non-Olympic discipline of wave ski. And so we're very excited to have that committee established. The primary focus of the Competition Council is to assist our high-performance staff with sometimes writing and sometimes approving or tweaking or giving advice on team selection criteria and team selection events, nominations of what we call ITOs or international technical officials to officiate at international events. The committees often get involved in tweaking our racing rules, as well as grassroots development of competition. Next. So another thing that we're really proud of in 2025 is that we were able to continue to strengthen our financial stability as an organization. Casey will talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but we actually launched our first annual giving fundraising campaign. And that's something that we plan to continue to hold every year to raise funds that can be used in an unrestricted way within the organization. And then the other thing we did this year, we were able to set aside a couple $100,000 in an investment account for operating reserves, but also, I view that really as the start of an endowment for the organization that we can continue to add to and build over the years, so that we have reserves, but also so that we generate investment income on those funds. So that was a pretty exciting development in 2025. Next, I think I am turning the floor over to Kelsey.
Thank you, Beth. And thank you, everybody, for taking the time to be here this evening. Some of the really great things that happened in the Education and Instruction Department this year included the launch of our Leader and Guide program, specifically the Leader Pathway. And this functions similarly in outline to our instructor and IT instructor trainer certification program. But it is more focused on trip leaders, expedition guides, community paddle sports leaders, instead of technical instruction. And so with the launch of this, we were able to engage over 50% of our current ITs and Es, that's instructor, trainer, educators, to go through a process to gain some new credentials as well, to become leader trainer educators, right? To launch this new program. We also have, in addition, 52, as of today, leader trainer candidates, people who are already certified as leaders or as instructors who want to take that next step in becoming, a gatekeeper of this new program. Since this launch in the summertime, we've had, it looks like 80, 90 different leader certifications awarded, and many more courses on the books, dozens of them already. And these little images you see here are candidate preparation, like kind of homework workbooks, and then trainer workbooks that accompany this for our trainers to use to provide outlines, to provide structure and curriculum to each of the people who take these courses. And so over 400 of those have sold, and we do these kind of print on demand via Amazon, which is really cool because it allows us to update these at any time, and the very next one that is sold is updated with those revisions, so that we don't have a stock of these sitting around that are going to be outdated very soon. So it's also interesting that about a quarter of these have sold in digital format, so Amazon Kindle. We have never had digital books before in this format, so this is really cool to launch that too. And so in the coming 2026, we will launch the guide pathway, kind of the partner to the leader pathway. And we're really excited to see how both of these things grow and the brand new kind of market that we can meet. In addition to that, we also had a really big year launching one of our other publications that we've called Smart Start for Safe Paddling. And it includes these 3 publications that you see here. The kind of teal colored one is kind of a curriculum textbook, a student textbook. The gray one is a workbook that's full of quizzes and questions and activities and templates. And then the blue one is a facilitator's guide. And this has lesson plans and activities, discussion prompts, feedback phrases, so many cool things for instructors, leaders, or just safe paddling facilitators who don't have any certification at all to kind of jumpstart the lessons that they give to their communities and their students. In addition to that, the Safety Education and Instruction Council rebranded our Paddlesports Safety Facilitator, PSF program, if you've heard of that. It has been rebranded as Smart Start for Safe Paddling, and it's adopted these publications and the other kind of suite of resources that go with them as supporting documents and tools for that program. And the published PSF, or now Smart Start, course criteria and certification process remains unchanged. So there are probably thousands of people who have earned one of these credentials since that program launched in 2016, and now they have more support and content than ever to use. And in addition to these 3 publications, we have a whole suite of other things, including a free online paddling safety course that has had brand new modules added recently about paddlecraft fishing, self-rescue and assisted rescue techniques, and nautical rules of the road. And this online course is really cool because, again, it's 100% free. You don't have to be an ACA member to access it, to use it. It comes with a certificate of participation, and all of these components are available in English and in Spanish and with closed captions and with voiceover, all the things. The suite of Smart Start resources also has a PowerPoint presentation ready-made. It has some infographics and quick highlight information, and then a whole library of resources that includes videos and pamphlets and so many other things. And we're so excited to grow this and to offer more and more really high quality stuff for introductory level paddlers. One other amazing thing that we've had just the blessing to continue is the LEAD program, the Leadership Exploration and Development Program, and our LL Bean Club Fostered Community Grants. And so these are, thank you, Casey. Casey has put the link to our most recent report in the chat for you. I hope that you take a look and read it because it's really spectacular. We were able to conduct 2 different LEAD programs this year, one in Pennsylvania and one in California. And I think those are the 6th and 7th of those programs that have happened. Which are really, really great and provide just opportunities for, a diversity of people who otherwise could not get into a course or have the mentorship and the support that they need to really activate their leadership in their community. And in addition, this CFC, Club Fostered Community Grant, that is facilitated by LL Bean, we're a pass-through grant. So they give us some money and we give it to ACA's clubs and affiliate organizations to conduct community building events there in their own hometown. And so 11 different clubs and affiliates received funding this year, which is even more than last year. And they conducted just the most inspiring and amazing events for so many different groups of people. And please read that report that's in the chat. We also have a news post on our website that describes kind of the summation of, if you could at all summarize, of the people that were reached and the amazing things they were able to do, the waterways that they cleaned, the children that got introduced, the first day on the water for some people. There's so many really cool things. And then one other really big thing that is still rolling out as we speak today is our new membership platform. So I've been at the ACA for 15 years now, and up until recently, the last 3 weeks, we've been using the exact same membership platform. As stable, as good, as familiar as it was, it's time to make a change because we need new possibilities and new opportunities to branch into other services and tools. And so Sport 80 has given us a really great platform that is streamlined. It's mobile friendly. In case you ever tried to get your ACA membership on your phone in the past, it was not as mobile friendly. And it's going to make managing your ACA membership so much more simple, intuitive. It's going to give us really great flexibility as it relates to event registrations and the collecting of different fees for different kinds of events. And we've also made some great strides in simplifying insurance request processes for our clubs and our affiliates, as well as managing event waivers, which has been a thorn in our side for years, but it's going to be great. This program also, this platform integrates with the CMS, the course management system for instructors. So we can continue to use that great software for now. And as I said before, we have so many opportunities to branch into other things that will sync with this and have one home base for all of our great member information. Casey, please take it away.
Hi all. For those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Casey Moss and I'm the ACA's Communications Manager. One of my favorite projects this year was getting to know more of the membership through the ACA Story Project. This is what Beth was referring to earlier as our new annual giving campaign. So this is the first year of what I hope is many. It was a ton of fun to work on. This year, we featured 28 unique stories from ACA members, instructors, athletes, and volunteers. Together, we raised over $25,000 in the month of July and August. And I am thrilled to share that the story project is now available in paperback. I'm blurred, so you can't really see it. I have a copy. I really like it. Not to pick on Robert, but he's one of the authors, and his story's featured in it. It is the same print on demand feature on Amazon. The QR code will take you there. I'll also throw a link in the chat if you guys are interested. Supporting the ACA by purchasing one of these paperback copies is a really great way to get something for yourself while supporting an organization that looks forward to the next 145 years of supporting paddlers like yourselves. Also this year, I hope you guys are familiar, we hosted the first ACA Paddle Fest. This event brought together members, instructors, and athletes for a multifaceted event that combined the Swiftwater Rescue Conference, instructor and IT updates, USA Slalom and Kayak Cross National Championships, the Paddlesport Trade Coalition 2025 collab, and the ACA's 145th anniversary celebration. All of this also included a bunch of keynote speakers, including Paddle Tribal Waters and Mountain True, universal paddling demonstrations. It was a really great event. It was a really big event with a lot of moving parts. We learned a lot from this experience, and we're endlessly grateful for the opportunity to connect with the ACA community in person. During the 145th anniversary celebration, we also announced the recipients of the ACA Annual Awards. Because we talked about them more in person, just gonna quickly show you guys on the slide, and then I will post in the chat more details on each of the recipients. There's a news post there where you guys can read more about each of the recipients and each of these different awards. We also want to extend a very sincere thank you to those who attended the event and then also shared their feedback with us in the post-event survey. We read through each of these comments and we'll definitely take all of the feedback into account for future events. Some of the highlights included more opportunities for non-instructors like skills courses and assessments, improved event organization. We were limited in our ability to post signage at this event, which was definitely a lesson learned, especially with all of the different meeting groups. So note taken for sure. That was a frustration for us as well. And then more time to paddle, socialize, and engage with other components of the event. Schedule was jam-packed, so we had not a ton of time to get to know people who were attending different aspects of the event. So future years, we'll make sure there's more time to get to chat with people people you don't know, get to know more of the community. Another one of my favorite projects is the ACA Summer Solstice Celebration. This was our third year of encouraging paddlers to make the most of the longest day of year by spending that time on the water paddling. This year, we helped promote 37 events hosted by ACA members, instructors, and clubs. To make this year special, we also offered 5 waterway cleanup kits to events that hosted waterway cleanups over the summer solstice celebration and handed out over 1,000 145th anniversary stickers to event organizers who hosted paddles during the event dates of June 20 through 22nd. Please save the date for next year's event. Summer solstice is on Sunday, June 21st, so our summer solstice celebration will be Friday the 19th through that Sunday. I'm already excited. Dead of winter here in Colorado. Got a lot of snow. It was like 15 degrees when I woke up. So definitely looking forward to the long sunny days on the water. The USA national team athletes had an incredible international racing season this year. Regrettably, we don't have time to cover all the disciplines and all achievements, but here are a few highlights. In partnership with the Nantahala Racing Club and Nantahala Outdoor Center, the ACA hosted 10 days youth-focused paddling through the 2025 Slalom Junior Olympics, Junior Development Camp, and Age Group Nationals. The combination of these 3 events brought together young athletes from across the U.S., from Colorado to Mid-Atlantic, supported by scholarships that made participation accessible to all. From skills clinics to river runs and the first ever kayak cross race at the Nantahala Outdoor Center, the event celebrated teamwork, fun, and the bright future of youth slalom paddling. Evie Liebfarth demonstrated incredible consistency in international competition this season and secured her first World Cup win in Prague. And a first for the United States, Evie and teammates Ria Sribar and Marcella Altman earned bronze medals in the women's team event at the U23 World Championships in France. The U.S. sprint team also had a great season. Andrea Gazilla and Audrey Harper earned the USA's first World Championship medal in the women's C2 event with a 3rd place finish in Italy this past August. The team also achieved their best performance at the Junior and U23 World Championships to date, earning 4 medals, qualifying for 6 A finals and 7 B finals. We also want to congratulate Greg Barton, who placed first in his age group at the 2025 Ocean Racing World Championships in South Africa. History was also made on the Columbia River Gorge in July 2019 at 2025 as 62 paddlers from across the country lined up to compete in the first ever USA Canoe Ocean Racing National Championships held in partnership with the 2025 Gorge Downwind Championship. This milestone event marked the debut of a formal national title for surf ski paddling under the umbrella of the ACA. The 2025 championship featured a fast technical downwind course and a field that included both elite contenders and enthusiastic new racers. USA freestyle athletes had a great showing at the 2025 World Championships in Germany this year. Especially notable was the performance by McKinley Kate, whose ride of 746 points set a new record for the highest score ever by a junior woman in a World Championships event. In 2026, we are really looking forward to a series of international events to be hosted on United States soil. One of these events is the ICF Canoe Slalom World Championships in Oklahoma City. Also, this coming March, the United States will host two ICF Canoe Slalom World ranking races in Montgomery and Oklahoma. If you're interested in volunteering at the World Championships or the LA 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games, make sure that you're following ACA Paddlesports on Instagram and Facebook and are subscribed to our newsletter. That's where we'll be posting a lot of our communications. So if you guys don't want to miss out on opportunities like that, make sure you guys are staying in the loop. For more 2026 priorities, I will pass the mic back to Beth, and then I will get the link to the story project in the chat as well.
Thank you, Casey. Really appreciate all that information. That was great. As Suzanne mentioned at the beginning of this meeting, one of our top priorities for 2026 is to grow membership counts and membership revenue. And of course, that's one of the primary reasons that we shifted to Sport 80, the new membership platform, as Kelsey mentioned. You know, we want to grow because by growing, we can provide more opportunities for our membership through more staff and also more programming. So that's why we are super excited to really focus on growth in 2026. Next. Another priority, and this is something I mentioned that's a sort of a keystone activity for the Regional Activity Council, is the Kayaking 101. This is a photograph of a group of obviously very young paddlers who participated in Kayaking 101 in North Carolina this year. And the Kayaking 101 takes place during National Safe Boating Week, and it's a concerted effort by the ACA as well as many other third-party partners like the Coast Guard Auxiliary, the Army Corps of Engineers, and in some states, state parks. And so we look forward to rolling Kayaking 101 out to more states and reaching a lot more people in 2026. Next. I'll turn this over to Kelsey.
Thanks, Beth. Another one of our priorities in 2026 that will be made possible in part due to Sport 80 is the launch of an online learning platform, or a learning management system, LMS, if you are familiar with that term. And I think that that is going to be just a gateway for ACA to share its expertise and provide tools and foundations for development, not only of instructors and safety instruction, but coach development, teaching and learning theory, tools for evaluation and assessment, other community things like event planning, risk management, best practices, stewardship, and waterway advocacy, all sorts of different things. The sky is the limit. And so we're excited to bring this platform in 2026. In addition to that learning management system, we're also going to really lean into Sport 80, its flexibility, its functionality for so many things. And, in the area of our competition, it could help us so very much with coordinated background screenings and safe sport trainings. Of course, as I said a moment ago, it'll connect with a learning management system with the ACA's course management system. We might have opportunities to have live rankings for athletes. We'll also have an opportunity for clubs and affiliates to have a registration platform for their events if they choose to use it. And so we have so many options and kind of endless opportunities. So we're going to have to prioritize, but we're really excited to bring brand new functionality that we never have had before.
So that's the end of our annual meeting. We appreciate your participation and attendance. We were not planning to open the floor to questions, but you are welcome to email any of us if you have any follow-up questions. And other than that, thank you, and cheers to the next 145 years of serving paddlers. So thank you for being here.